Hi, Jessica. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Margaret?
I'm very good. It's nice to see you again. Um, in your email, you mentioned that you wanted to work on decimals.
Yes. I keep getting those
Okay.
wrong.
All right. So I have a problem set up for us to work through. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's work through this problem. What would you do to start this out?
I would write 7.027.
Well, it's not going to be 7.027. Instead, let's put 7.270. I see where you're going. You want the three decimal places, right? Is that what's... Okay. All right. So if we did this, we'll still have the three decimal points places, but we'll have an equivalent to what we had before.
Okay.
Okay? Because the zero's at the end now, so we're keeping all of our digits together. Okay?
Okay.
How about what would you do after that?
I would put on the bottom and make sure the 1 lined up with the 7.
Okay. Why not the 0?
Because when my brother was helping me, he told me that the 1 needs to line up with the leading number on the top.
Okay. Now, if the top had the 7 after the decimal point, so if it was like 0.7, then the 1 would line up with that. But we want to line up by place value.
Okay.
So in this case, the 0 and the 7 are in the 1's place value, so the place value immediately to the left of the decimal point. So we want those to line up.
Okay.
Okay? So you'd have the 0. What would you have after that?
Decimal.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 9. I have got some magic.
Okay. What about now?
I would go from right to left and do 0 minus 9, what would give me negative 9.
Mm-hmm. Okay. When we're doing subtraction with decimals or addition with decimals, we're always going to want to start on the right-hand side because those are the smallest numbers. And in case we need to carry anything over or bring anything to the right side. So we're
Okay.
making sure that we don't need to borrow from any of the bigger digits. Okay.
Okay.
So actually that's kind of shown right here. We have a 0 minus a 9. And like you said, that would give us a negative 9. But when we're doing this, we want to always have a positive number. So
Okay.
what we can do is we can borrow some from the 7 and reduce it down to a 6, because this was a 70 originally. Now we can make it a 60 plus 10. So we have 6 instead of a 7, and we can turn that 0 into a 10. So we can make that minus of 9 positive.
And then it'd be 1.
Very good. Okay,
Yay!
and yeah, excellent. So now that we have a 6 in this place value, so we've done the very end on the right side. Now when we're doing the 6 and the 2, because it's not a 7 anymore, it's a 6 because we borrowed, what do we get?
4.
Perfect. Okay, now we have a 2 and a 1.
We're subtracting, we're not dividing, so it'll be 2. No, 1.
B1, very good. So we're subtracting. Okay, we're going to bring our decimal point immediately down here, because that's where it is in the problem.
Why don't you
Okay.
count the decimal points and do it at the end?
That would be if we were multiplying decimals, but since we're subtracting them, we're gonna keep it lined up.
Okay.
Okay, and then the 7 and the 0?
7.
Perfect. That's exactly right. Excellent job.
Yay!
Does that make a little bit more sense now?
Yes.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna stop the screen share then.
This tutor did a very good job explaining a concept to the student. She didn't get impatient, nor did she bring up the student's disability. In fact, the way this tutor taught the subject was the way any tutor should interact towards any student, regardless of disability or anything else.